Say welcome back, mommies. Yeah. Welcome to Adventures of a First Time Mommy. I am that first time mommy, Sabrina. This is my first time in co-host. Hey, ticklish girl. Korina. And for today's episode, she's co-hosting today. For real. You tell them, girl. Tell them what we're going to talk about. That translates to 4-month appointment. We're 4 months. Woo! I'm a big girl. I can talk and co-host the show now. What? Okay. So, 4-month appointment. I just want to go over a few things just so you know what to expect, what kind of questions you may want to ask, anything like that. So, just, again, so you know what to expect. So, just to get into it, we had our 4-month appointment about a week or so ago on January 24th. Today's February 5th, recording this. And so normal stuff when we do our checkups, we have this and you have the measurements. So let me just go over that. Weight measurement was 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Hey, we're double digits, girl. Height is 23.5 inches and head circumference is 38 centimeters. So, percentile and charts. You know, we got to go over that. Height is in the 25th percentile. Woo, girl, get it, girl. You razzing on them charts. Weight is in the 5th percentile. Womp, womp. We know she's small. Whatevs. And then the head circumference is in the 1 percentile. So, we got the measurements, the chart. Immunizations. So, we do get shots. If you're an immunization-free or anti-immunization, I forget the actual verbiage of that. Sorry, mommies, we do shots over here. So just to go over that, we had a total of 5 immunizations. 1 of those are oral. 3 of those is in 1 shot, and then another immunization in another shot. So it's 2 shots and 1 oral. She took it pretty well. She, of course, by the time of the 2nd shot, she was screaming bloody murder. But by the time I held her, got her dressed, she was done crying. We walked out the office like nothing happened. So don't let their cries fool you. They're not in that much pain. It's okay. They'll live. Now, the one thing that was different about this visit and these immunizations, because, of course, we got 2 months done as well at that appointment. But at the 4 months, she did explain, the pediatrician, being she, explained that she may have a reaction this time and to make sure to give her that infant Tylenol. Sure enough, the visit was on Thursday. Friday morning, she woke up and her whole body was just hot as I don't know what. So I took her temperature, 101. We have a baby fever. Baby fever. No, baby fever. I don't want a fever. We had a fever. So, that lasted all day. I was stressing, like, okay, when do I take her to the hospital? Answer, about 103, 104 is when you want to take her to the hospital because that's really high. She stayed around 101. The highest, she did get to 102, and then it went back down to 101. It broke around 9 o'clock that night, and it was just normal, and she was fine. Besides her being really hot, my indicator that something was wrong is that she was super lethargic. She took her normal naps. Actually, she took longer naps that day. But when she was awake, she was not like this. She was not active at all. She would lay in her bassinet and literally just stare at the ceiling like, what is life? And I hated seeing her like that. I'm grateful she wasn't crying and she wasn't just hysterical all day, so that was a plus. But even so, she still just wasn't herself. So pay attention to your baby's actions to know if you need to be monitoring maybe for a fever or something else being wrong. My question also when dealing with the fever was, how often am I supposed to check the temperature? Like, what is too much? Like me, I'm the type of person, I'll check something every 10 minutes, okay? So I was checking every 30 minutes, and then I was like, okay, let me just leave her alone. So I'd change from every 30 minutes for like the first, 4 hours of the day. And then when I realized that it was a steady fever, I was like, okay, let me give her a break. And I was checking every hour. You, mommy, you check however many times your little heart desires. Um, the way we check for the temperature was armpit. So it wasn't just bothering her too much. My mom actually ended up getting us one of those that you put to her forehead, and you take the temperature that way. And then the other one, of course, is in the butt. And let me be PC about this. Anal, whatever, in the butt, okay? So that, of course, is the other way. I don't feel comfortable with any other way besides forehead and underarm. My sister and my mother both advised that when we take the temperature underarm or in the armpit, you're supposed to add 1 degree for accuracy. I did not think to even double check this information. So of course you can, but my mom had 4 kids, has 4 kids. My sister has 4 kids. So I just figured they knew what they were talking about. And adding the degree made sense because at one point it was showing 98.8, but you have to add a degree, and that made more sense because she still really felt hot. And so I'm like, okay, 99 point something does make more sense than the 98 that it's showing on the thermometer. What are you going through? Do you want your pacifier? So that's checking the temperature, how often to check it, and just being aware of your baby's personality. Speak with your pediatrician beforehand. Let them know, hey, if he or she does get a fever, at what temperature do you want me to take her to the hospital? Because different pediatricians will give you different numbers. So know what your pediatrician wants you to do and follow that, okay? Other than that, we talked about development. She's now rolling from tummy to back just fine. As you can see, she holds up that big old head that's in the 1 percentile just fine. Tummy time's getting a lot better. She's holding her head up for a lot longer. What else? And then we talked about food. So right now she's eating between 6 and 7 ounces of formula every 4 to 5 hours. During the day, waking hours, it's more like 6. And then before bed, I give her 7. And then when she wakes up, I give her 7 because she sleeps a good like 9-10 hours through the night. I won't say through the night. So half the night she's co-sleeping in her bassinet. And then the other half, she kind of wakes up in the middle of the night, starts rustling in her bassinet, and I pick her up, and we bed share for the rest of the night because that's the only way to keep her asleep. So all in all, though, it's a 9-10 hour stretch, so I'm happy with that. And then we talked about food as far as feeding. We are going to go ahead and start giving her solids at 5 months. Most doctors will tell you don't want to do solids before 6. My doctor was okay with starting at 5 months. She does not want us to start at 4, but I have heard of some doctors saying, yes, you can start at 4. This is the pack that they give you usually at these visits, and it kind of has general information on feeding and stuff. And even this says you can start juice at the age of 4 to 6 months, but should limit to a few ounces each day. We're not giving her any juice at 4. I don't see us giving her juice anytime soon. When you start cereal, cereal, that's the other thing. Cereal, starting at 4 months or 5 months, I asked her, do we have to do cereal? And we don't. We're going to skip cereal. I don't know. I hear a lot of bad things about getting the baby too fat and stuff like that on cereal. So I'm hesitant on it. Of course, if you want to, it's all up to you. You're the mommy. I have heard as far as positives or pros about cereal is that it does help them sleep through the night better because it gets them full. So they sleep better through the night. And a lot of parents will just do like a dinner time cereal just so that they have something heavier. Something that I've seen a lot by pediatricians is that to put it in a bowl and spoon feed them the cereal as opposed to putting it in a bottle. I see on a lot of mom and discussion boards that they're saying put it in a bottle, they'll be fine. But evidently it is a choking hazard, so they don't really want you putting in a bottle. You're the parent though, you do what you want. And I would just say take precaution and watch the baby. Moving on, we did agree with the doctor that we're gonna start her on solids with 5 months, and it'll be fruits and vegetables. she did let us know you try one at a time and you wait 5 days in between before introducing another. As far as fruits and vegetables, there's pears, apples, bananas, avocados, and then you have your green beans, your peas. I think carrots is one that you can like puree and start them on. Because I'm not breastfeeding, and originally when I said I wanted to make my own baby food, because I am going to make my own baby food, I'll put a video about that. I had read all the recipes with breast milk. So I did confirm, hey, can I mix formula milk in it to make it smoother? And yes, it'll work just the same. And you do that for consistency and to add a little bit more, a few more calories to the fruit or vegetable that you're giving the baby. So that was our 4-month appointment. My doctor was very, very happy with everything that she's seeing from Korina. She's growing wonderfully. So I'm excited to go back for the 6-month appointment. That wraps up this video. Again, I hope this does prepare you for your 4-month visit, just so you at least know what to expect, maybe what questions you want to ask as far as food, sleeping habits, what to expect after immunization if there's a fever. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe. Tell them subscribe. Woo! Hit that bell. Ding! So that you can get updated videos when we release them weekly. As always, we send you peace, love, and good health to you and yours. Bye. Ruby, say bye. Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, everybody.